Okay, so there's been something bothering me. It's kind of been on my mind the past couple of days. Oranges. Orange. Well, specifically orange because you got the fruit, right? And then you got the color. But what came first? I mean, think about it. Think about it for a second. I'm not crazy. It's just like the chicken and the egg, because who knows, right? Okay. You may be laughing, but this has seriously been a concern of mine for a while. Okay, and I honestly believe this is one of life's great mysteries. All right. Okay. So let's break it down. Someone had already organized and named all the colors, and then one day they discover this round fruit in a tree and say, "Hey, that's orange. I got the perfect name for this new thing." Or the whole color wheel was still being developed and up in the air and discovered, and they find this fruit and say, "Wow, this thing is delicious. So unique. I've never seen this color before either. Let's name this new fruit and then name the new color after it." Because there are a lot of thick orange things in the world, but this thing in particular is specifically called orange. What? Okay, to be honest, I've been so caught up in this issue I forgot to write a show. So, that's it. Good night, everybody.
The views expressed in the cold open are solely of the individual providing them and do not represent or reflect the opinions of the weekly show staff. I'm Morgan Freeman.
Okay, you know there's more show because the bar on the bottom of the screen here says there's more. So congratulations, you're very smart. Let's just cue the music. Welcome to the Weekly Show, everybody. I'm Dustin Wong, and that ain't right. Your last week's top stories. Here in Connecticut, we received a surprise when we were greeted on Monday with snow. Snow. Even though it's April. The weather here in New England is more bipolar than Hillary Clinton's political views. Snow is only the second weirdest thing to happen in the Nutmeg State this week, however, when a woman in Hartford received a wrong pizza order. She called 911 to urge the police dispatch to get her money back.
Hi, I just have a question. If I order a pizza and they don't want to give me my money back, can you guys do something?
Ma'am, I'm not sure. That's something you have to take up with them, but that's not something you would dial 911 for.
In one woman's defense, putting hamburger on pizza is a crime in itself. She may have overreacted, though. Things like that happen all the time. Oh, that must be the pizza I ordered. Hey.
You ordered the pie, right?
Yeah, that's for me. How much do I owe you?
It's $20.
All right. Here you go, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Do me. Got my order wrong.
What do you mean?
I ordered a pizza, not a copy of Harry and the Hendersons.
But I thought you ordered an extra cheesy pizza.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, where's my pizza? Hello, 911? Like to order a pizza theft? Sorry, this is a fake phone. Anyways, over the weekend in Vermont, state police arrested a man after finding drug paraphernalia in his car. And after a little more searching, they found 1,428 bags of heroin in his rectum. I'm not even mad. That's amazing. Seriously, 1,428 bags in one butt is a lot.
1,426, 1,427, 1,428. Whew. I think that's a record.
Wow, he'll do great in prison. Recently, it's been noted that Donald Trump has flip-flopped his opinions on abortion. Some days he's for it, other days he's against it. It's like he never really knows how to feel about anything. I can only assume for decisions like this, he calls upon the best mind money can buy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. Guess someone gets abortion today. On the other side of politics, Senator Bernie Sanders reached a monthly high of $44 million in donation, proving his campaign to be one of the strangest Kickstarters, second only to Puglet. which would be a production of the Shakespearean drama Hamlet, starring only pugs. If you ever needed a way to get white girls interested in Shakespeare, this would be it. Speaking of animals, a crafty cow was able to escape a slaughterhouse in New York, only to make its way into York College campus. I'm being told the cow's still at large. There it is! Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it! You probably think we made that headline up. We didn't. It really happened. To be honest, the cow was captured and brought to a sanctuary by none other than John freaking Stewart. I know, right? Now, in case you forgot, this show has almost no budget. When we started, all we had was a change in our pockets. Look at us now. We're still nothing. We get less views than a sneezing panda. I mean, we could up the production value by getting sponsors, but that would just kill what little integrity we have. I mean, what would we be if we just flat out advertised things on our show? Oh my God, this is Coke Zero?
I know, right? It tastes just like regular Coke. Nah, original Coke is where it's at.
We only date guys who drink Coke.
Do we have our money now? Anyways, in movie news, DC's attempt at creating a shared universe, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, was #1 at the box office with $52.4 million. However, this is a huge 68% drop from the film's opening weekend with $166 million. I'm not surprised though, because when the best part of your movie is Ben Affleck, something's wrong. That being said, I want a Ben Affleck Batman movie now. Even though chances are Bruce Wayne will move to Boston now and fight crime in Back Bay. In Mississippi, police were shocked when a local family's dog wandered off only to return with a plastic bag filled with a pound of marijuana. We've gotten word that many movie studios are now fighting to see who will turn this into the next blockbuster. Here are some titles we've come up with. Air Bud, Weed Receiver. Marley, Mary Jane and Me. 101 Dope Mations. My Dog Snoop. Benji, Off the Keef, and Homeward Bong, The Incredible Joint.
Smoke weed every day.
This goes to show dogs really are man's best friend. In the televised entertainment news, this previous Sunday was a highly anticipated season finale of everyone's favorite melodrama with occasional zombies, The Walking Dead. The episode features some pretty intense moments, or at least that's what Twitter is telling me. And don't tell me what happened, okay? I have it DVR'd, and I'm looking at you, Jackson. Now, we here at The Weekly Show believe it is our solemn duty to discuss significant moments in our culture without ruining it for whoever is waiting on Netflix to catch up. And for that, return to our camera guy, spoiler-free correspondent, Spencer Rauchio. Spence, how you doing, man? Spence, you in there?
Am I here?
In the studio, yeah.
Here isn't here.
Is that like a catchphrase or something? I'm a little behind, man.
Have you ever wondered why things happen the way they do? How the world just keeps turning? It knows not what goes on, nor does it care. Clouds pass, rain falls, flowers bloom and forests burn. It all burns. We all burn. And all the world sees is ash, waiting to fertilize the next wave of life.
Okay. But was it good?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was
Oh.
completely nuts. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. Full 90-minute episode, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 what?
How about nervous breakdowns?
Sure. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. I guess The Weekly Show officially recommends The Walking Dead. Spencer Rauchio, everybody. Now, as you may have noticed, we're starting to run out of ideas here on the show. So many talk shows and sketch shows, there's competition to be creative. Hard to stay fresh. So yesterday I got everyone together to brainstorm some new ideas.
God damn it, guys! No one's watching the show anymore. Okay, we just need new ideas and we need them now. And we're not leaving this room until I get an idea from every single one of you. Is that clear?
Yeah.
I said, is that clear?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, okay. Haley.
We could use interns.
Allison.
Shorter interviews.
All right, keep going. Mike.
Definitely need more writers.
Haley's twin sister.
I agree with what Haley said.
Max. Max! Did you prepare for this meeting? Panda Head. A chupacabra.
Si, senor.
Disco Dan.
Peace, love, and happiness, man.
Sergeant Snuggles.
I did what I had to do.
Foreign Hitler.
9!
Paul Revere.
The British are coming!
Ghost of Steve Jobs.
Technology, innovation, Apple.
Kermit the Frog.
Hi-ho, we should sing a song.
There's no time for jokes, Kermit the Frog. None of these are working. Hello? Okay, I'm being told this is a Saturday Night Live skit, so we gotta shut down. Shut down? Shut down?
That's right. Nothing but professionals here. We'll be right back. My guest tonight had the opportunity to spend his spring break in Cuba instead of laying in bed eating Kraft mac and cheese and binge watching Parks and Recreation like someone who totally wasn't me did. Please welcome my guest, Chris Marinelli. Chris, really appreciate you coming on the show today, man.
Thank you.
So, Cuba, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So, what were the differences you noticed between the two countries? I mean, ours and theirs.
Yeah, absolutely. So Cuba definitely has a little bit more of a government presence than us. So that's kind of, I guess, one of the more abrasive things, but nothing aggressive. Just, you know, there's a lot of people stationed everywhere. There was a time that we were going through Trinidad to get interviews, and a few students went in the house, and a government agent kind of walked in and was like, hey, you guys got to leave, pulled them out. Not aggressive or anything. That's just like
they were very polite, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were chill. Okay. They're nothing crazy. They're very, very welcoming. They're very kind and sincere. There was a day that we were in Havana that my friend Devin and I, we were walking around, and this guy, you know, he came up to us just saying how we're doing, and he brought us to his home.
Which was not suspicious at all.
Not suspicious at all.
No free candy.
No free candy. I was a little like nervous at first because it's like, what's happening? Right. But you know, he was just, it was completely out of like the generosity of his heart. Like he just wanted to show us his country. And I thought that was just a beautiful thing. Like go to New York and ask someone to show you their country. Like,
ew, man.
Like, yeah, bye. Bye, Felicia.
I feel like more people should be like that, very welcoming. Like, you're right. I mean, like, I don't want to like call out anyone in America, but like, sure, we're maybe not the most polite people in the world, but when you go somewhere else and see how welcoming to strangers or just people they've never met before, it's really a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. You know, it's a big takeaway going to Cuba or in a lot of places in Latin America. You know, like I said, Cuba, they don't have a lot. They don't. They're under a communist system, and they're pretty content with that, but they only make about $20 a month. Granted, their healthcare and education's covered, but they're still so generous and so kind and welcoming, and that's just a really beautiful thing.
But you mentioned a government presence, though, and like a bunch of people stationed around. Was that intimidating to you at all?
Not really. I mean, because you got to think, like people that are in the government, they're just people. It doesn't matter if they're wearing a uniform or something. It's just like you or I. But yeah, it definitely was like a little weird sometimes. But I mean, we have police all over here, so it's just all about perspective. There was this one time we were in also in Trinidad, and this was kind of crazy. But we saw people walking around that were dressed up. They had the government clothes on, and they had like flamethrowers.
Oh, because that's totally non-aggressive whatsoever.
And basically what they do is they go in people's basements, and the people let them in, and they just disinfect with bug spray, and the entire streets just get clouded in smoke.
So it's a bug control,
flamethrower thing,
like public service.
Basically, but that was a little intimidating.
Ghostbusters for bugs.
Yes,
gotcha.
They were bug busters. So
nice.
We got some pictures of those. We just kind of were like, we're not sure if we can take these pictures, but we just kind of like put our cameras to the side. It was like click, click, and one kid just went right out and just got some shots of them, but they didn't say anything to us.
Why did you have to hide your cameras?
So we were there we didn't have to hide our cameras because other tourists are there because the country is open to Europeans and Australians and all of that fun stuff, but we were there on tourist visas and student visas and such, and so to go there with a journalism visa, you need a specific reason, and so technically we weren't supposed to be doing journalism stuff there. Technically, but we did, and so we just didn't want to add any unnecessary tension to us.
Right.
So we were a little careful if we were taking pictures of stuff like the flamethrower men.
Right.
But yeah, besides that, we were pretty okay with the cameras.
Wait, so you were doing journalism while not really supposed to be doing journalism in Cuba.
Basically, yeah.
So you're basically criminals.
Basically, yes. Yeah, we broke the law.
All right, Castro, he's just over here, by the way. Anyway, that's...
Like, what up, Castro?
Because he's cool like that.
It's okay, I'm safe. I'm not going back. So, Castro's in bed. He's very sick. Anyways, yeah, no, we were on journalism. That was the goal of the trip, as a journalism department, going somewhere and reporting on this country that's in such a transition. And we kind of got there in the very beginnings of that transition. This week was actually very historic because of Obama's visit.
Would you now a lot of people hear about study abroad from their professors and advisors, but coming from a student, like, would you recommend a study abroad trip for other people?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's extremely important for people to go to other cultures, especially ones that are so foreign to us.
It's very humbling.
It really is. It's enlightening. It opens your eyes to how different communities and cultures live, and you realize that there's a lot of right ways and there's a lot of different ways than ours, and it's just different ways of looking at life, and they're all correct, and it's very humbling.
I like that.
Thanks.
All right. Chris, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Please come back anytime. You're a really cool guy. I really like the tattoo.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right. That was Chris Marinelli, everybody. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Do I know where my kids are? Do I have kids? Anyway, it's that time again. So, you know what that means. Time for the moral of today's story. And today's moral is, at first don't succeed, blame someone else. Words to live by. All right, groovy. Good night, everybody.